Welcome back to season 2 of the Malizians. We will be taking you in the behind the scenes of what it takes for a team like ours to potentially win the Ocean Race Europe. Hi there, I'm Flore Hartout. I'm the onboard reporter for Team Malizia, and I will show you what awaits us this summer with the Ocean Race Europe. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am half French, half Dutch. I am 26-year-old and grew up in Normandy, sailing dinghies. I took a step away studying oceanography, but soon came back to sailing, and now to this beautiful boat. This race will not only be a sailing race, it will also be a great logistical challenge. Indeed, this will be a race for the land team as well, because they have to get from point A to point B in a record time and going there ahead of the IMOCA, which is a very big challenge in itself, because the IMOCA will sail very fast and might even have to be slowed down by taking a bigger course. In order to succeed in this challenge, the team will often unite with other teams. For example, with the Ribs, the Zodiacs, the boats that welcome us, they will be shared between teams, and we will also help each other with accommodation and transport, sharing various resources in order to make it work on this race. In terms of logistics, we also have our great new partner to thank for, Iveco. Iveco is kindly lending us some really nice and comfortable vans with which we will be taking the roads of Europe. In order to reduce our environmental footprint, we will also be travelling by vans and trains. The other restriction that we have in order to minimize our impact on the environment is also our tech team will be limited to 5 people. That's very little in order to keep this beautiful beast in ship shape. For example, this means we have 1 rigger, 1 composites person, 1 boat captain, and for example, normally we have a lot more people working on this boat, and it will be a big challenge in time. For example, if we break some things at each stopover, to be ready to go in a few days' time. In this series, we will not only take you on the water with our sailors, we will also be taking you along the tech team, the commercial team, and the comms team, and see what goes on behind the scenes of a team like this one. Now, here's the route, and here's what you can expect from the summer race in European waters. Make sure you subscribe to follow along our journey in the next 2 months of action on the Ocean Race Europe. So we will be starting here in Kiel on August 10th. Leg 1 will take us from Kiel all the way to Portsmouth. So let me show you the route a little bit. It will be a short few days in cold and windy weather. We will have to navigate not only coastal waters, but also wind farms and oil rigs. Before arriving into Portsmouth, we will have complicated areas with exclusion zones where we cannot sail into. So this will be a tricky position where we might have to do lots of maneuvers to get into our final destination, Portsmouth. From Portsmouth, we will be heading down to Cartagena, over here. From Portsmouth, we will sail down the Atlantic Ocean, past the Bay of Biscay, and fly by in Porto. In Porto, we will stay a few hours, meet the press, but we won't dock out and leave our boats. We will then go straight on. We will then go through Gibraltar into Cartagena. What can we expect from this leg? Well, you may remember the viral orcas. Well, we might meet them just down here. From Cartagena, we will then head back up the Med, past the Balearic Islands, into Nice. What can we expect from this area? We can expect light winds, high temperatures. We can also expect strong winds that are formed by the thermal differences between land and water, where the Mediterranean water is very warm and therefore creates very strong winds like the Mistral, the Sirocco, and many others. Once in Nice, we will head into Geneva, here. But because this is a tricky leg for the land team, we will head either straight there, if it's really slow and with no winds, or we will head down around Corsica to slow us down, so that it gives the team on land a little bit of time to set up there, or all the way across the Mediterranean Sea and south of Sardinia, back up to Geneva. In this leg, we will also be flying by Monaco with the mark offshore of the city, where our founding fathers are, the Yacht Club of Monaco. We hope to see them on the water. For our final leg, we will head from Geneva all the way the South Mediterranean Sea into the Adriatic Sea in Montenegro, Boka Bay. What can we expect from this leg? It might be the longest leg, up to 10 days and more. We might expect low winds because the thermal winds are much lower than in this part of the Mediterranean Sea. So this might be a long and warm leg, yet another challenge for the Malizian crew. These waters have never been sailed by the IMOCAs before, so this will be a whole new world that the IMOCA fleet will be discovering. And then we will be heading into our final destination, Montenegro, where the grand finale will take place. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this little summary of what you can expect during this summer's racing on the Ocean Race Europe. Subscribe and stay tuned to follow along for our adventures across Europe. Bye!